The offseason brought drastic change for Tampa Bay Damage, who took second to champs Houston Heat at the World Cup. They lost stars Justin Rabikoff, Dave Baines, and Alex Goldman, as well as longtime coach Paul Richards. But Damage still has an amazing roster with depth in every position, so as long as their current roster executes their level of talent, they shouldn't feel those hits. Kevin S.K. Brettauer comes over from the LA Ironmen to take over the coaching position and brings the versatile Rainey Stanczyk with him, who could be a big contributor. And the combined might of all-stars Chad Boucher, Dan Holiday, and the thoroughly amazing MVP Jason Edwards should be enough offense to put wins on the board. Also, the return of Brian Smith, who's back from a brief retirement, should bolster their attack on the Snake side. Overall, Damage looks as strong as they ever have, and they're a big favorite to win events this season. During their breakout season of 2012, upTon 187 Crew turned heads with their aggressive attack and high level of young talent. They're bringing mostly the same roster back for this season, but with a few twists. Dan Zaleski did damage for 187 as upTon's main attacker in the Snake during a year that was hard on front Snake players, and Max Traylor did work on the D side, proving that he could hang with the best players in the world. But for the 2013 season, they will be switching sides, with Zaleski now in the Doritos and Traylor as the main attacker on the Snake side. They will be backed up by the hardcore duo of Eddie Painter, who is always quick to attack out of the backfield, and team captain and Rookie of the Year nominee Nick Laval. Laval has been heralded by his peers as the best player on the team, and he blew people away in 2012. He's a true beast. If 187 brings the same fire to this season that they did last year, they could start marching up the rankings board and make a name for themselves in the hardest tournament series in the world.
Welcome back here to the PSP Chicago Open. Matty Marshall alongside Chris Lasoya and Todd Martinez. And we are about to watch Tampa Bay Damage take on upTon 187 Crew. And up until about, I'd say, 5 points into the Tauntauns game, this entire event, upTon 187 Crew had not looked like themselves. And then, I don't know, something just clicked. And then they came back, stormed back, and had one of the most dramatic comebacks of this event so far. And if you didn't see that game, you definitely are going to want to go watch that one again on demand. And it looks like we have an interview down on the sidelines with Kevin Brettauer, the coach of Tampa Bay Damage.
I'm here in Damage's pit with the coach, Kevin Brettauer. Kevin, first I have to ask, what's with the outfits? You guys had the suits first and now this?
Well, it's just for fun. I mean, that's it.
Cheering it up on this gloomy day. All right, well, yesterday you had a pretty tough loss against Heat. What did you talk about after that loss that you're going to fix here?
Well, we got a bunch of penalties, and then we haven't played to our potential all year, so we're just going to fix that.
All right, we'll see if they do.
That's kind of true. I'm telling you, every time we talk to those guys down there, 9 times out of 10, I mean, you get your occasional, yeah, we just need to play better and do this and do that, but occasionally it's, you know, they're honest. Like, yeah, Tampa Bay Damage has not played up to their potential, but what's scary about that is they've taken second place twice, so it's not like they're playing bad this year.
Yeah, but, you know, we know how Damage can play when they're on their game, and when they're on their game, they are virtually unstoppable.
Yeah.
You know, so Keith Brown on your screen right there, and Brian Smith struggled a little bit yesterday in the Houston Heat game, but, you know, that a lot had to do with the way Fedorov was playing, but, you know, if Keith Brown, Brian Smith get on their game, get things going for Damage over here on the Snake side, you know, I think Jason Edwards is playing really well with Daniel Holiday and Chad Boucher on the Doritos side. So let's see if Damage can get it going as a unit. Again, there's number 23, Holiday. There's 187 on your screen right there. The usual suspects, Lizotte, Dan Zaleski, Max Traylor, Nick Laval, and the new guy, Matt Derula.
Here we go, split screen breakout. This game brought to you by Camp Pendleton Paintball Park in northern San Diego County. Definitely, if you are in the Southern California area, man, definitely get out and check out Camp Pendleton. It's the home field of San Diego Dynasty and also the Los Angeles Ironmen. They also have 2 paintball stores within San Diego. Definitely check it out. So here we go.
And there goes Timmy.
Damage.
Oh, I mean, Brian Smith shoots Snake side and then comes immediately, dives into the Snake. Damage shot one body off the Dorito side right away. Turned the guns, and that allowed Brian Smith.
Yeah, Todd, no one's shooting at Smith right now. He's made it all the way past the 50-yard line. I don't think anyone shot a ball over in this direction yet.
No, you know, Brian Smith, you can't give him freedom.
No.
You know, he will snap shoot you when you're posted on him. You know, much less let him walk down the Snake. But both players, Zaleski and Painter, I'm sorry, Lizotte, you know, shooting towards the Dorito side from the snake, and that was it. Brian Smith right there just put a ball on the elbow of Lizotte. Looks like it bounced, but he able to come up, shoot Laval, and it'll only be a matter of time before he comes down and bunkers out these last couple players.
Yeah, Brian Smith just had a point over here on the snake side of the field, but no pressure. That's the thing, and you have to keep that in mind when you're out there. When you're playing a team like Tampa Bay Damage, you got to keep the pressure up. When you get a guy like Brian Smith over here and you know he's in the snake, like we just saw, I mean, he basically, he's going to take whatever you give him. So if you're not putting active pressure, when we say pressure, what we mean is that, you know, it's not like a jiu-jitsu match or a football game. It's not an actual physical presence of a body right next to you exerting their will on you. What it is you exert pressure with your gun. And you need to be isolating those players, those really good, solid players like Brian Smith in the snake, and put pressure on them. Not a lot of pressure coming towards the snake side of the field, and Smith was just able to just do whatever he wanted to do over here. So Brian Smith actually just coming back into the league this season, along with Nick Laval, who was a rookie last year, Rookie of the Year candidate. Had an outside chance of taking it. Actually, the Rookie of the Year went to Jason Wheeler, who is with Moscow Red Legion, trying to fight their way out. And let's check out here, Brian Smith ranked 20th overall, Nick Laval 31st, and very similar numbers for these guys. A little better survival percentage for Nick Laval because he does play in the back. But look at that starting percentage for Nick Laval. Nick Laval plays 98% of the points for Upton 187 crew.
Yeah, that's a lot of spins, man. But he's a young kid. He's their go-to guy. I mean, he plays really, really well. He's very consistent. So of course, I don't want him on the field as well.
Yeah, and last year, again, Laval, at least in the first event, wasn't the Nick Laval that we saw from last year, but all of the guys, all the core of Upton 187 crew played awesome, coming back to tie with the Tauntaun. So I'm hoping that that is a burst of confidence for them and understanding they can play in this league.
And here you're on your screen right now, Tampa Bay Damage, Timmy Props right there. Just spoke to him a little bit. Got a new promotion at his job, so he's killing it back home now, so congratulations to him. He's in the computer industry. Smart kid, man, very smart kid.
Timmy Probst has a high paintball IQ. His survivability is awesome for a front guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's got a lot of experience, but that's the thing when you're playing Tampa Bay Damage. A lot of experience in big-time games. They've won a lot of events. They actually won 3 events in a row from World Cup 2011 into the early part from late 2011 to early 2012.
Rainey Stanzak, Timmy Probst, Ramzi El Youssef out to the snake side for Damage. They get 1 kill. Combined on the break, they shoot Max Trailer coming out wide. And that's going to allow Rainey Stanzak to dip into snake 1. No corner, so he can crawl all the way down. Timmy Probst cuts to the inside.
And look at this on your screen right now. Rainey Stanzik, one of the most versatile players in the game. Oh, but he gets run down by Dan Zaleski. So Dan Zaleski, he has himself a point over here. I think he might have just got clipped, though, because I don't think he knew the Damage has a player right up in that center, and he's clean. So Dan Zaleski with a huge move over here to take out Rainey Stanzik. So Dan Zaleski's clean. He's going to shimmy back a little bit. He's got to be real careful. At this point, all he can really do is just live in that bunker until somebody can come through the center from Upton 187 crew. But the problem is it's just Zaleski and Greg Lizotte left alive.
Yeah, they lost their whole Dorito side, and Lizotte's doing all he can to keep Paul Everett over there on the Dorito side from coming down that side, but he's also got to protect Zaleski. You know, they got to get some communication from their sidelines and let him know, you know, who is bearing down on Zaleski and if there's anything to do about it. The ball right now is in Ramzi El Youssef's court.
Absolutely.
You know, because Timmy can just bury Zaleski. Zaleski's going to have to pop up even if El Youssef comes running at him. So, you know, right now.
Ooh, Zaleski's going to try to get a shot on him. Oh, Zaleski got dominant field position here.
No, gave up the gun.
Ooh, Zaleski, but look at this. Now here you said, just like you said, he's got the drop on him.
Oh, that was
God.
the opportunity.
Lizotte has to watch over. Rumsey is absolutely in position, but this is a tense moment. And Zaleski's going to get up and trade out with Rumsey. So now we got...
So I think it's a 2-on-1.
Oh, no, Lizotte tries to make a move with Dorito, and he gets chopped up. So Timmy Probst, recognizing the situation right away, immediately attacks the Dorito side of the A and is able to shoot an unsuspecting Lizotte right in the side as he makes that bump. So there's Timmy Probst, #1 on your screen. For Tampa Bay Damage, running it in, 16:08 left to go. Going to be 2-0 in favor of Damage. We'll be right back after these messages.
So 2-0 is the score, though that was a very close point, and Upton 187 crew now down 2 against Tampa Bay Damage. And the Damage is not the team that you want to be down points to, because they're real good at zoning up when they need to. Unfortunately for them, though, is that this isn't really the field that you can do that on.
No, I mean, this is a very aggressive field. It's hard to sit back.
Attack, win gunfights, get up the field and be aggressive. You know, that's what 187 needs to do.
Ooh, so Damage, a little bit of miscommunication, I think, over there, because they were calling for one more body, only had 4 bodies out. I was gonna say, you don't need 5 to play the game, but it kind of helps.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It depends on what team you are. I mean, Impact kind of played with 4 most of the game last game.
That didn't work out so well for them either.
I mean, with all due respect, you know.
Respectful.
Yeah.
Respect.
And they came back, though. They did come. I'll give Impact a little bit of props. They did come back, and they do have one more game against Tampa Bay Damage. So I can guarantee you that the guys from Impact, as soon as they got done with their game against Houston Heat, they geared down and immediately probably every single one of them are watching this match right here, because they have to play Damage later on to close out the day.
And over there in the Challengers field right now, Aftershock taking on Royalty. Up on them right now, so looking forward to seeing what happened with that. Chicago Aftershock taking on Royalty over there on the Challengers field right now, and up on points.
Shock's playing good this event.
They are. Well, you know, it's kind of their kind of field. You know, it's aggressive, get in your face field, and they can try things.
And, you know, it's interesting that you point that out, Chris, because we also said the same thing about 187, that we thought that this particular field out would really be conducive to the style of paintball that 187 plays. 187 really kind of became a team we all fell in love with last year. It was their rookie year, their first year in the league, and they were fearless. I mean, they were just running. They didn't care. They didn't care who they played. They didn't care what the field layout looked like. They were playing aggressive, and that's why we, you know, now when you hear us talk about guys like Nick Laval and Dan Zaleski and, you know, and Max Trailer, is because of they played some really good games. They beat some good teams. They beat the Ironmen last year, and so we're waiting to see that team we all fell in love with arise again. And I feel that maybe we started to see the rebirth of that team against the Tauntauns, and they tied that first match they played today.
On your screen right now, that looks like Nick Matthews, number 31 from Aftershock. Apparently he's locked in a one-on-one, but that ended quickly. Nick Matthews just got shot. And on the breakout here, Tampa Bay Damage, Daniel Holiday all the way up to the Dorito side. And off the Snake side, Brian Smith and Keith Brown get a shot on Eddie Painter. Oh, and there goes, I think, Derula. Yep, Derula tries to make another bump up that Dorito side, gets clipped on the move. So Laval, Painter, and Derula, all early exits. Just Roberts and Trailer over here for 187 on the Snake side. There's Brian Smith on your screen right there. He can just chill out for a minute as Jason Edwards and Daniel Holiday are about to come cruising down the Dorito side. And yep, there is the first one to go, Max Trailer and Roberts. So Tampa Bay Damage making short work up to 187 crew at that point. You know, it always helps when you can get 2 kills on the break, and then the one guy that's isolated over there on the corner runs into a stream of paint.
Yeah.
So that's Timmy Tammy's going to let some time tick off the clock as he casually walks the flag in.
So Jason Edwards and Timmy Probst combined for 4 kills. They got 2 apiece.
Timmy Probst and Brian Smith are both 2 really quick individuals. They look like old men when they walk.
Like, and they're fast as hell.
Yeah,
so
so fast.
So fast. But I think that they're just conserving their energy right now. Just conserving their speed. They don't want to show anything right now. They just walking it in, sauntering in.
I guess I'll hang this flag. I can't believe it. Timmy Probst, #1, Tampa Bay Damage. Another flag hang. Another game survived. Just stat stuffing on the survivability category.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
that's why they love him. You know, he's always alive. He's always finishing games. You know, he's a rock. He's a rock for them. You got to have a guy like that.
It's good to have front player like that. You know, you got your wild, crazy front players, and some teams have a lot of those guys. Like, for instance, last year, Chicago Aftershock, that was like every guy on their team was this wild and crazy front guy who was just taking 50s at will and then getting shot out of their spots. Whereas, you know, on the flip side, you know, Timmy Probst does not make any stupid moves mostly.
You know, I just remembered Aftershock has Kirk Wozni, who was a stand-up for them last year, hasn't played yet this season because of injury. So now with the additions that they had just got for this event, you know, if they get Wozni back soon and Carl Markowski, they can be pretty good.
I agree, and already playing well without them. So let's check out another interview with Lauren Kelly on the sidelines, giving them some insight into the game.
Hey guys, I am down here in the 187 pit with Eddie Painter. Eddie, obviously Damage is a really hard team. You know, they're tough to come up against. What is your strategy going into this to get some points on the board?
Well, we were really hoping to bring the momentum that we had with us that last match. We came back real hard against the Tauntauns. We were down, I think, 6-2. And realistically, we were looking to shoot them off the break, but so far it hasn't been working.
What do you need to do then? What are you adjusting?
We're really trying to figure out where to shoot these lanes from. Every time we're staying back in the middle, we're getting chopped up, and it's really the reverse effect of what we're trying to do.
All right, well, we'll see if they can figure it out. Just so you guys know, on the Challenger field, Aftershock is winning against Royalty 4-2.
So 10 seconds to go for the start of this next point. It's been all Tampa Bay Damage against 187 Crew, but that was exactly what we saw when they played the Tauntauns. So maybe Upton 187 Crew gets back in this game just like they did earlier today, but it's not going to help that they lose Greg Lazat heading up the center. SK, Skinny Kevin was out here watching their game, and Greg Lazat was getting up into the center in that Tauntauns match, and now they're starting to shoot him out, trying to get up that move up the break.
Yeah, you know, they have to lock him down. I mean, he literally got 2 steps out of that back spot and just got smoked.
And got cyclopsed. So here we go, 187 Crew trying to fight to get back in this match, but it's not looking good from this point. Dropped 3 bodies already. Nick Laval's come off, Zaleski and Matthew Derula. Greg Lazat, Max Trailer still alive, but Tampa Bay Damage has the full complement of their team on the field right now. 5 players alive, and here comes El Yusuf. El Yusuf is playing good, man. I really like how he's been playing this event.
Yeah, you know, I have him down under my notes on the Heat game. Regardless of whether they won or lost, he was my pick that game of the best player, of the MVP of that game for Tampa Bay Damage.
And Jason Edwards coming through the middle, closing out that point with El Yusuf. And I mean, Damage isn't even losing bodies. You know, every player going to check in alive here for this point. And I think that was the case the last point as well. So up to 187, just not getting anything going right here as Tampa Bay Damage hangs that flag. 13-13 left to go.
And as we have a brief moment here, want to check in. It looks like we have an interview from the UWL field, giving us a little bit of insight of what's going on in that tournament.
Hey guys, right now I have Catherine Avila from Chicago Heretics. What's going on over there at the UWL field?
Oh my gosh, it's been pretty crazy all day today. Like right now our team is winning 4-0, so it's been pretty hot, and I'm glad the sun's not out today because, yeah. The field right now, the field layout is, it's pretty nice. Like it's really grassy, so it's kind of hard to run on there, but we're doing pretty good.
How are you liking the layout, as aggressive as it is?
It's really good. It's like there's a lot of open lanes, so it's really easy to run to the flag, so I'm having a good time.
Awesome. Well, representing for the ladies out there, we need to get back to this game. It is 187 versus Damage. Who do you think's going to win?
Who is it again?
187 versus Damage.
Damage.
All right, we'll see if she's right.
Yeah, well, the thing is well, yeah, it's not necessarily a bold claim from her, because Damage is taking some victories, but this is cool. It's so awesome to see. You know, look, paintball, anybody can play the game. You can be big, small, tall, short, old, young, doesn't matter. I mean, you know, Alex Martinez, he's the oldest player in the league in his mid-40s, and then we have a guy like Jacob Edwards, who's been playing professional paintball since he was 15 years old, and then, you know, it doesn't matter, all genders too. There's all female teams. You know, like Poison Ivy from Norway is they're the best female team in the world. And so, you know, that's the thing. The paintball gun is the great equalizer. Doesn't matter, right? You know, it's like I always used to tell front guys I was about to play, I'm like, yeah, it's great that you're short and fast, but I got about 957 friends and they all can run faster than you can.
That's funny. On the breakout, 187 crew coming out. Standard breakout for them, but getting shot again up the center. You see him walking out right there again. That's number 8, Greg Lizette. But Daniel Holiday also getting shot in the process. And another one, Max Trailer going down. I see Brian Smith just going to work over here. You see, he looks so comfortable over here, Todd.
Yeah, Brian Smith, I mean, that's just his style. You know, he's Joe Cool. You know, nothing rattles him. You know, he's looking at Dan Zaleski in front of him over here in the snake, and he didn't like Dan Zaleski being in his snake. So he's gonna get him off the field, trade out real quick, and allow Timmy Probst to have full control of the snake side of the field. And this might be a one-on, nope, Jason Edwards still alive over there. So Jason Edwards, Timmy Probst in a 2-on-1 against Nick Laval. Nick Laval on Damage's side of the field. Two guys you don't want to be in a 2-on-1 with, yeah. Timmy Probst and Jason Edwards. And Timmy Probst gonna space out the field a little bit, put some pins in between them, and attack Nick Laval. And give him nowhere to hide. Jason Edwards gets the shot in on him, I believe, first. So that is gonna be 5 points in a row for Tampa Bay Damage. You know, that momentum that 187 was talking about, hoping to bring, just did not carry over. But Tampa Bay Damage, you know, they're looking to start, you know, lighting the fires. You know, they're trying to ramp up, you know, for their impact game, and then, you know, if they can win that game, you know, try and get on in tomorrow.
So as Jason Edwards gets checked out by the referee, Tampa Bay about to go up 5-0, 11:34 on the clock. We'll be right back after this. Let's get a glimpse here into Jason Edwards, ranked 6th overall. Look at that, that G rating, man. Whew. For a back guy, for you to be close to 1 kill per point is ridiculous. And actually, 79% is not that high for a back guy, but Jason Edwards is not afraid to push up the field. So, you know, Jason Edwards is one of the best back players in the business, peak physical condition, and another one of those great paintball stories. He started out as an overweight kid, and now he's just like a yoked monster who's just been dominating competition on Tampa Bay Damage and has really earned his spot as one of the best back players in the world through just straight force of will. Yeah, it wasn't any sort of gifted genetics. It was all hard work and perseverance that got Jason Edwards to be where he is today.
Gotta appreciate that.
On the split screen breakout, Damage on your left and 187 crew on your right, coming out of the box. Looking like we have 5 alive on both teams, which has been few and far between. Oh, Rainey Stanzek, though, taking the walk on the left-hand side of your screen, unfortunately, for Tampa Bay Damage, going down 1 body.
Here comes Zaleski.
Zaleski's hit on top of his loader. Yep, Zaleski's going to get called out. He dives in. So there goes the first body for 187. So 4-on-4 right now. Trailer and Painter over here for 187. El Youssef dives into the snake, and Jason Edwards fills behind him into the snake corner. Chad Bougere dips out to the Dorito side corner to get behind Paul Everett. So Max Trailer now and Ramzi El Youssef both playing snake 1. And El Youssef backs all the way up to the back of the snake and shoots Laval. So 187 just dropped a ton of bodies. Zaleski came off at the same time as Laval. And now just 2 bodies alive again over here. Yeah, up to 187, just can't keep that Dorito side alive. So El Youssef now, he should have, oh, Jason Edwards got shot out of that snake side corner. So Chad Bougere is gonna come all the way from the Dorito side corner to fill the snake side. He takes a bounce in the chest. But that is gonna do it for Eddie Painter. He's gonna exit the field.
You could see a little frustration on Painter's face as he walks off, throws a pot into the ground, and then here comes Chad Bougere making an uncharacteristic appearance on the snake side of the field.
Running the highway. He didn't care where the highway is, he's driving.
Well, he actually, I think he came over to this side of the field because he was unaware that El Youssef was still in the snake.
I think he saw Joey Blut's beaming beacon of a costume on the sideline and just ran toward it.
like a bug attracted to a light.
Yeah.
It's great how Joey Blut, the manager for Damage, and also SK, the coach of the team, every event they've had some sort of ridiculous costume. It was 3-piece suits at the last one, and now they're wearing just straight highlighter roadway beacons. I don't even look like highway workers right now.
Yeah. Paintball wasn't paying enough, so they got part-time jobs over here in Chicago doing construction, you know, for the
There's
morning
always
session.
construction on the roads here, my God. Well, also want to give you guys a quick update of what's happening on the Challengers field as Aftershock. At first, they were beating Royalty, and now they've lost 2 one-on-ones in a row and now losing 5-4. So, you know, again, it's a race to 7, anyone's game at this point. We'll keep you updated on what's going on over there. And we have 9:34 left to go. It's been all Tampa Bay Damage are 1 point away from winning. We'll be right back after this.
A&S Gear rocks the largest inventory of any paintball retailer. From our massive selection of guns to our endless supply of goggles, paint, loaders, tanks, and apparel. With your choice of free shipping on orders over $100 to next day, Saturday, or international shipping options, you get the products you need sooner. Shop now at ansgear.com.
So 187 getting decimated in this match so far against Tampa Bay Damage. 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Maybe we'll see some sort of crazy comeback as we've seen so far in this event. Greg Lazat up to the center off the break, but it looks like they also sent Timmy Probst up there as well for Tampa Bay Damage.
And look at this center. They're both going to get it put on each other, but they shut down the whole side of that Dorito side. That was number 1 there, Timmy Probst. Getting shot in the goggles. I don't think you knew he was there, buddy.
Well, oh, Keith Brown completely goes to sleep on Greg Lazat, who was hiding in the center. And does he still have somebody right on the opposite side of him?
No, he actually had, Timmy didn't know he was there. I think he wrapped, and he blew Timmy's head off.
Oh, wow, that was, could you see how surprised Keith Brown was?
I've never seen anybody drop so fast in my life.
Yeah, that's some quick ninja-like reflexes there as he tried to dodge it, but still Greg Lazat was able to get that shot in. But it's all for naught at the end, unfortunately, for Greg Lazat, because the victory is going to go to Tampa Bay Damage as they completely dominate 187 Crew here 7-0. Now, these teams have played each other 5 times in the past year and a half. Since 187 Crew came into the league, Damage has won all of these games. Every single time they played, they've beat them by an average of 4.6 points. 4 of those wins were 7-1s, and the other one was a 7-3 win. So you can now chalk up a 7-0 shutout into that statistic as well.
You know, what a great game there by Tampa Bay Damage. It looked real crisp. You know, 187 just couldn't get anything started. They were getting shot in the break or getting shot quickly thereafter in their bunkers.
Calm, methodical performance by Tampa Bay Damage. They controlled every bit of the game. They outplayed 187 within the framework of those one-on-one battles on each side of the field. They shot way more 187 players off the break, and they are winning points 5 up. Let's take a look at the challenger schedule and also the scores from over there. So Sacramento Excessive losing to Top Gun, who, you know, don't sleep on Top Gun, man. A lot of good players, or a lot of guys that have played on really big pro teams are trying to make a run here and make Top Gun into a dominant team. So hats off to them for taking down Excessive. And then Texas Storm defeats Sacramento DMG 7-1. Wow. Texas Storm proving they're a team to be reckoned with, because DMG has won some Division I tournaments. And then look at this last point, 6-5. This is the last point here, and it's craziness over there right now.
You know, and
referees running side by side.
Yeah. You know, and I was over here watching. Let me explain what happened. I kind of got the gist of it. So 6-5, it was 6-5 game in favor of Royalty. There's like 15 seconds left. Aftershock just runs down the field, grabs the flag, and tries to dive in, but getting shot in the back as he's diving in. We're going to have to sit back and see what the referees figure out over there, and we'll see if the score is going to get put up or not.
Yeah, but if we could get that Challengers schedule back up, I'd like to see how the rest of those teams have been. That was a straight zebra conference going on over there. So check it out. So the rest of the Challengers games here going through them. Texas Storm defeating Sacramento DMG. It's craziness in the Challengers division, man. Those teams are hungry, man. There's a lot of good talent over there. Moscow Religion continuing their dominance. They were just smashing teams over there. 7-3 against Top Gun, and then DMG lost a really close one to their rivals, Central California rivals, Sacramento Excessive. And then Moscow Religion skunking Texas Storm, and then Chattanooga CEP defeating the New Jersey Jesters. So 2 games left. We're watching the end of that game over there is Chicago Aftershock playing a close one against San Jose Royalty, and then 1 more left, Chattanooga CEP and Seattle Thunder. Also, you know, as far as what just happened out there on the Champions Field, Tampa Bay Damage, we were going over the stats and the history of those 2 teams competing against each other. In 6 games that they have played, final score after 6 games, Tampa Bay Damage 42 and upTon 187 cRew 7.
Oh, wow.
That's tough.
And they practiced each other, though. You know, they practiced each other before this event. upTon 187 cRew went all the way down to Florida to play against them. But that upTon 187 cRew, they need to continue to hang their heads high. They got a lot of talent on that team. Future is bright for them. They just need to get some experience against these really good teams. So let's look at this bracket. Houston Heat 3-0 with a +11 point spread margin. Edmonton Impact's 2-1 with a +9. Damage is also 2-1 with a +8, really close there. And Damage and Impact are going to play each other for the last game of the day, so we have to wait all the way to the last game to see how this bracket's going to go down. Tauntaun Flingers, they are it's actually a 0-2-1 as they tied against upTon 187 cRew, and upTon 187 cRew is going to be 0-3-1. But Tauntauns and 187 cRew really not having the performance here at the PSP Chicago Open that they wanted to have. And it looks like we have Lauren Kelly on the sidelines with one of the guys from upTon 187 cRew.
Hey guys, I'm here with Dan Zaleski from 187. Dan, it's been kind of a rough weekend for you guys. What were some of the struggles you were having?
Getting 5 alive off the break has been a problem for us. Taking smaller bites. I know I've messed up a couple times, a couple other people going to the D side, but we really just got to get 5 alive.
All right, and what are you going to be practicing so in Riverside you're performing a little better?
I think landing off the break. Other teams are landing us a lot, and we're not really weaseling them off the break. That and I guess just body down situations. I feel like teams just run up on us if they're even up a body, and we should be able to hold them off.
Okay, well, good weekend, good try, and we'll go to the next game now. I'll let you know about the Challengers games.
So the next game coming at